Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek, and I'm Penge, welcome back to Just One Line. So here he is, this is Billy Cupboard, and he's now a hunter. So last time out, Billy got to choose a profession. I think you can do that at some point, and he's now a hunter, which is very, very cool. So yes, he's actually got a skill. He's now got a bow instead of a sort of bladed weapon. He's got some arrows at the back. And yeah, it all went quite well last time out. If I can find the little quest log thing. There were some rats in the basement. I think that was last time out. So it's good. We found some rats. There was a cat. There was a jewel. But we kind of didn't really do anything with the jewel. We kind of picked it up and a big scary monster appeared and attacked us. So we put it back. In fact, I think the monster might have took the jewel off us. There were some laments in a cemetery where there were some kind of ghoul things in the ground. They were stealing bodies. And then we went round. There was a sort of pompous, idiotic elf man who was bossing us about and being very ungracious about everything. But yes, we found some stuff to help cure a problem that they had over in the forest with sort of this special sort of super growth potion kind of thing, essentially. Which it also explains why we have -2 morality, because I threatened an old woman. Hooray! Go, Billy Cupboard! It was a witch, and she wasn't telling us what we wanted. So, you know, it wasn't like I was threatening an innocent old woman. She was a witch who'd done something bad. So it wasn't all wrong. So now we have a choice. There are 3 new quests up on the quest board. There's one to do with a dragon. I think we might be slightly not well equipped for a dragon at the moment. There's one about a missing child, which is interesting. And there's one about more laments. The situation is getting worse. We're going to do this one. We're going to go back and see our old friend, the old man caretaker, in more laments. Because we thought we dealt with this and we clearly haven't. So the situation is getting worse. The lamentations in the cemetery are even louder now. You must come back and help me, the caretaker. Reward plus 120 gold. So let's go and do that now. Accept. In we go. There we go. We're back at the cemetery with the giant kind of purple pit of doom in the middle. Once again, you make your way towards the cemetery. It all seems like last time, maybe just a little bit more neglected. You immediately make for the caretaker's house in order to have him tell you exactly what's been going on. The old man opens the door and gives you a warm welcome. Luckily you've returned. I can't remember the voice I did from last time. Kind of like an old man voice. Luckily you've returned. Things have worsened since our last adventure. He tells you about all the apparitions and strange phenomena since the last time you saw each other. But the worst part are those continuous laments. It's not the same wraith, though. This one's different. It's a man, and he screams as if being tortured, he explains. So yes, last time we cast the spirit of a sort of lady back. We found her partner, if you like, her lost love's body, and we brought it nearer to her, and they're able to be together forever. Hooray! But yes, this now is a man. Okay, fine. Ask more about it. Have you got any more information, Mr. Man? Well, you see, I thought it wise to wait the arrival of an expert like you. Oh dear. Before getting close to the spirit. However, I do know that it haunts practically every corner of the cemetery. He runs around panicking, and every so often yells at someone to let him go. The caretaker concentrates, trying to remember some other useful information. Even the ghouls are acting strange. They hide as well when they hear the laments, he adds. And that's all. Okay, so the ghouls are scared of him. Okay. It's almost dark. Oh, it would be dark, wouldn't it, wandering around a bloody graveyard? It's almost dark. You both set off together, wandering in the cemetery, hoping to find the noisy spirit, or you could just hear him. It could take a while to find him. He doesn't always appear in the same place, claims the caretaker. But one thing is for sure, his cries always echo. And he's absolutely right. After walking for about an hour, you hear excruciating screaming coming from your left. You hurry along toward the shouting and find a wraith sitting on the ground, grasping its head between its hands. Okay. Ask him who he is, or ask what oppresses him. I think maybe find out what's wrong with him first. Before we go for his name, just say, hey, buddy, what's going on? If you found someone like in the street in pain, you won't go, oh my goodness, what's your name? You'd say, what's wrong with you? So yeah, let's see what troubles him. You examine him a little while interrogating him. He is a handsome young man in the prime of his youth. Oppressing me is the same person that oppressed me in life. Amita, the woman I was supposed to marry. Not only did she deprive me of my life, but now found a way to torment me even after death. When close, she's able to enter my mind and... Hang on, Amita was the lady we saw last time. The spirit abruptly stops. Oh no, she's coming back, he cries out, widening his eyes and looking behind you. This torment will have no end. After which... Gent, I think I called him Gent last time. Gent disappears. You look behind you but see no one. perhaps it's best to have a chat with Amita. So last time, yes, Amita was here and she was wailing that she wasn't with Gent. So we went and found Gent's body, which the ghouls had stolen, brought them near her, and Amita promised to bugger off. And clearly she has not. So she's doing something. So she's not actually making loads of noise, but it's making Gent make loads of noise instead. Okay, right, continue. The last time you saw her was at the ossuary, so that's where you'll go looking for her. You make for the ancient building, determined to get to the bottom of this story. The caretaker opens the heavy door, and you travel down the cold crypt. Once at the bottom, a spirit appears right in front of your faces. I can't remember, did I do a voice for her? Welcome back! I recognised you immediately, you know. It's none other than Amita. She seems pleased as she gazes maliciously. Oh dear. What brings you here? Accuse her of having deceived you. Gent had no intention of rejoining her, or offer to help handle Gent. He's creating too much confusion in the cemetery. Now, I think it's this top one, because on his gravestone, or whatever it was, or on his coffin, or tomb, or whatever it was, it didn't say G and A, it said G and L. So I think she lied. I think Gent is not supposed to be with her, so I'm going to accuse her. Ah! Scornfully laughs the Wraith. Yes, it is true. So what? It is not my fault if you obey anyone without questioning them first, mocks Amita. Perhaps... Oh no, that's the old man. Perhaps it's best to not make her angry, mumbles the caretaker. She seems different from last time. She creeps me out even more. Tell her you'll put things right by bringing Gent back to his tomb, or offer to help handle Gent. He's creating too much confusion in the cemetery. No, I'm going to put things right. I'm going to put things right. Hearing your words darkens Amita's face, and she looks at you malignantly. Ooh, that's a word you don't see very often. I like that. Do you really think you can oppose me? She slowly asks. In the meantime, you begin to feel a great deal of cold, and the spirit's eyes begin to flash blue. Gusts of icy wind whip your face. The caretaker backs up, frightened. Unsheathe your weapon and strike the Wraith. Can you attack a ghost? I don't know. And do you unsheathe the bow? I don't know. Abandon the ossuary and find a way to free yourself of Amita. Calm her and tell her that you will help her once again. Oh no. Oh no. I kind of feel obliged to do that. I kind of think I can... But can I attack her? Can I attack a ghost? Do you know what? No guts, no glory. Let's try and attack her. Here we go. Oh, right, and she's hurt me. You are not intimidated and spring into action. You unsheathe your weapon, which is a bow, which is weird, and strike. Unfortunately, the blow passes through the spirit without causing any damage whatsoever. Maybe those rumours about wraiths being incorporeal, I think that's pronounced, were actually true. In response to your attack, Amita grabs your hand. Well, hang on. How? What? If I can go through her, how can she grab me? An intense chill spreads through you, and the point of contact with the spirit burns like it were on fire. I think we abandon. I think we run away. Abandon the ossuary and find a way to free yourself of Amita. Run away! Run away! Perhaps it's a good idea to leave. Yes. You grab the caretaker and drag him along. You hear Amita's evil laugh echo through the mausoleum's walls as you flee. You have to find a way to eliminate her definitively. You know, there might be some interesting tomes at home, mumbles the old man, interrupting your thoughts. In addition to the logbooks, there are other books full of scribblings and strange words. I'm sure it's magical stuff. Do you have any other ideas? We could go and find the ghouls. The ghouls might be our friends. Let's go and consult books. You're sort of a clever man, Mr. Caretaker Man. Let's go and look at the books. Come on. You return to the caretaker's hut, and he shows you the tomes he was talking about. It's not exactly spells, more like rituals to hold off and banish any type of undead from this plane. That might be useful then. You browse through the pages until you find the section about wraiths. The ritual is quite simple, but you need the caretaker's help. One of you will have to read the formulae while the other keeps the spirit busy. What does that mean? Okay. You'll take care of the delicate part, which is reciting the formulae. The book says that some incense will daze and annoy the spirit, keeping it occupied while the ritual is completed. Yes, I have lots of it here, exclaims the caretaker. How useful, Mr. Caretaker. Well done. You explain to him that this will be his duty, and more determined than ever, you return to the ossuary. Once inside, you call upon Amita. The spirit doesn't tarry to show up. Here again? Are you impatient to cross into the afterlife? You don't waste any time and begin the ritual. The caretaker shakes the incensory, another good word which I've never ever seen before, wrapping Amita in curls of smoke. You open the large tome and begin to read. The Wraith... Oh, branch point. The Wraith seems disoriented and coughs while the smoke envelops it. "What are you doing?" thunders Amita, trying to fight the daze. The walls tremble as chilly air begins to swirl around you. The caretaker is intimidated and drops the incendiary. Amita takes advantage of that and assaults him. The old man groans and remains with his mouth open while the spirit begins to consume his energies. Now. Do I continue and hope that I can finish what I'm doing before she kills him, or do I interrupt what I'm doing and help him? I think I might continue. I'm going to continue with what I'm doing. I think I can finish this before she kills the caretaker. Come on. You have to complete the ritual. Amita is distracted, and if you hurry, you'll be able to save the caretaker as well. You utter the words as quickly as possible, but sometimes fumble on some unclear passages or distracted by Amita's threats. At one point, you look up and see the old man falling to the ground, almost reduced to a skeleton. The spirit... Oh no, the spirit has no other distractions. Its next target is you. You drop the book and flee before ending up like the caretaker. Oh, it's all going a bit wrong. I failed. Mission failed. Lost some fame, got some renown, got some morality at least, but I lost 20 points with the temple. You wonder if the old caretaker survived. Probably not, since you barely made it out yourself. Oh, dearie me. Okay, that was a complete disaster then. And there we go. Completed quest in the diary is failed. And there's a little note in here for Bulletin 6. Torment and desperation. These are the words used by the High Cleric of the Temple to describe the atmosphere that surrounds the cemetery in the area bordering the pit. It has, in fact, been closed off to the public, and we invite anyone who may have relatives buried in that area to avoid going anywhere near. The temple is working hard to reclaim the area in order to enable a swift reopening in total safeness. Oh dear, I've killed the caretaker. Oh dear, it's not going well. Okay, a missing child. So I'm not going to do the dragon quite yet, because I suspect I might die. To all adventurers, a child is missing from a small village in the hills. The Tricked Witch Fellowship is ready to give a reward in gold to whoever finds a child and gives information about his mysterious vanishing. Okay, so I'm going to do that, but I have 210 gold. I'd quite like that. I wanted to get paid. How bloody annoying. So what I might do is... Do I want to buy one of these? Or do I want to boot... let's boost everything temporarily. Let's have Conquerors... In fact, what about that? 60 gold. Royal Reserve Whiskey ups all of my stats by 2. That's probably worth doing, isn't it? I'll be on 150 gold, but I should have a fairly good chance of doing all the actions I need to do looking for this missing child. Let's have some Royal Reserve Whiskey. Whiskey. Oh, beautiful little whiskey drink. Okay, let's go looking for a missing child then. Okay, so I'm out. There's a weird kind of rocky looking house. It's kind of a pointy house made of red rock. It looks kind of weird. You arrive at the village, one of the many scattered in the kingdom. For decades, nothing dangerous has happened. The people live in peace because of the Treaty of the Four Races. In the square, there are some people busy working. Okay. Do I ask the men about what they know about the missing child, go in the tavern, talk about the kid to the villagers, or go for a walk in the village and its outskirts? Well, I have boosted my sort of wit and such like, so I might go into the tavern and see what people know there. Let's go into the tavern. That's always a good place to start. Taverns are a good place for adventures to start. Here we go. It is a very little place. 2 men are talking on the counter. In a corner, there is a man drinking alone. Okay, let's ask the innkeeper. Innkeepers are always a good source of info. The innkeeper is happy to see a new face in spite of recent events. He offers you a beer. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. Shall we ask about the disappearance? You know, get straight to it. Why not? I've got to pick a voice for the innkeeper. What voice can he have? He can be incredibly posh. Really, a tragic event, sighs the innkeeper. Unfortunately, no one knows much. The kid's always playing in the fields, and it is the first time something like this has happened. Okay. Does the family have enemies? No enemies. In a small village like this, we help each other. No one could do something this cruel. Okay, let's ask about the village itself, and let's get some more information. There's a keep out sign there. Surely that's something. Has he gone into a place where he didn't keep out of by any chance? Let's ask about the village. It is a small village. Just some houses, a storage, fields all round, and some woods. It sounds very idyllic and lovely. In the past, those woods were dangerous, but thanks to the hounds, they are safe now. He says to you that you can talk directly with one of those heroes, pointing to the old drunkard. Okay, let's go talk to the let's go and talk to a drunk man, because this has always gone well historically, hasn't it? Hey, drunk guy. The old man drinks the last sip from the bottle. He says he deserves it after the victory in the woods from a long time past. Ask about the woods. It is a long story, and he is thirsty. Buy a drink for the man. There we go. He starts telling you that many years ago, some strange creatures... Oh, I lost 5 gold. Some strange creatures invaded the woods and began pillaging villages. Pillaging villages? That'd be a good band name. Killing and stealing. Therefore, he went with some hounds to start hunting them. Hounds being a sort of group, not literally went with some dogs. They're like a sort of faction. They finally found the lair and launched their final attack. By the way, if you're looking for the child, this is the place he would have searched. The evil always returns. Okay. Go outside to stretch your legs after the long story. Let's trundle outside. Go back to the square. Okay, let's ask these men what they know about the missing child. Let's try and get as much information as we can, because it might give us something we can use later on. Men, what do you know? They know little about the disappearance. The only useful information you learn is where the children lives, where the child lives. Go to the house of the kid's parents. His parents are covered in tears. Oh, they searched for him everywhere near the village. Okay. Ask them to stop crying and tell you what happened. Complaining is a waste of time. Or try to alleviate their suffering. I might try and alleviate their suffering. That seems a bit cold, doesn't it? They thank you for your kind words and tell you what Timmy did that day. Oh, little Timmy. Beautiful. He was the time he was last seen was in the woods. He was playing with his friend Lucas, who lives near here. Asking Lucas might be helpful. Okay, let's go and find Lucas. The parents let you enter. You ask the boy what you want to know. He says they were playing hide and seek near the fields. It was almost sunset, and when Lucas called Timmy to go back home, but he did not answer. Okay, take the but out, so he did not answer. Okay, ask them to go with you into the fields and show you exactly where they are. That might be useful. If you can pinpoint where we went missing, I know where to look. To do that, he reluctantly agrees to follow you. Go to the fields. Okay, to the fields. You arrive at the fields. The wheat is tall and some birds are perched on some scarecrows. A short distance away, men are working. Okay. Ask Lucas what happened before Timmy vanished. The kid looks scared. He said something happened in the fields. He heard Timmy scream and saw some birds fly away, so he ran home. He shows you the place where he talked about and where he saw his friend Timmy for the last time. Then he ran home. Okay, so he's ran away. Okay, fine. Let's let's approach these men. Why not? There's some dudes there. They might have seen something. They tell you the kids play with the scarecrows often, or they play hide and seek in the wheat, but they did not notice anything weird that night. Okay, let's inspect the field. You find strange tracks leaving the camp and going straight into the woods. They do not belong to man or beast. Okay. Fish tracks? What kind of tracks are these? Follow the tracks. You reach the woods. You hear the birds sing and notice swift movement in the bushes. A path goes straight in front of you. You also notice some tracks heading into the trees. Oh, I love this. Oh, what to do? Let's follow the tracks. Let's follow the tracks heading into the trees. This could be dangerous, but let's go for it. Okay, you arrive near a cave. Near a campfire, 2 strange, mangy creatures, half men and half dog, sit. They're armed and busy gobbling a large piece of rotten flesh. Attack them, kill one of them silently and capture the other, or talk to them. Okay. I feel as if attacking them straight off seems a little bit harsh, doesn't it? Do I want to try and talk to them and see what they do? They might just attack me, though. I'm going to try and talk to them, because just because they're strange, mangy creatures, half man and half dog, and they're eating rotten flesh, doesn't mean they're bad. They might just be simple. Let's try and talk to them. As you get closer, the creatures get up and unsheathe their weapons. Okay, let them choose to die here or give you the kid. Persuade him to reveal where the kid is hidden, then leave in peace. Oh, okay. Okay. I have got an extra point of my sort of persuasion stuff, haven't I? I've got an extra point of whichever one that is, the yellow one, cunning. I might be able to pull this off. Let's go for that. The kid is in the cave, and they leave with their stuff. Apparently, they are not as loyal as the dog. Okay, continue. The cave is damp. Weak sounds come from the interior. Okay, announce yourself. Better not go deeply into the cave. Go in with stealth or run inside. There's no time to waste. Yeah, go in with stealth. Always choose stealth. You arrive in a small room full of bottles and vials, alchemical ingredients and smelly potions. In a cage, you see a little boy. In a corner, the witch, busy in the preparation of some sort of magic brew. Beyond her, on a table, there is a big ceremonial knife. Calm Timmy with a signal, then free him quietly, or stab the witch in the back with the ceremonial knife. I think I might kind of kill the witch. I think that's going to end in disaster. Call Timmy with a signal, then free him quietly. The witch is going to notice I'm there. If I get the jump on her, I can kill her. Can I just shoot an arrow into the back of her neck or something? I've got a bow. Let's stab her in the back with a big old knife. You stab the witch in the back, who screams while trying to pull the blade out of her body. Okay, let's take advantage of the successful hit and fight the witch. Let's take her out. If she keeps doing bad stuff to people, let's stop her doing it in the future. Fight, fight, fight. This is the perfect chance to eliminate the witch. You bravely enter to fight the witch. Okay, the witch is battered. Keep striking. Well, let's have accurate shot. Let's use our special power thing now. Why not? Hoik! And, oh, boom. The witch is badly wounded. Nice blow. Take the knife and throw it to her or at her. I'm going to attack. I'm going to attack because I've got full hit points. I've got 5 out of 5. She is quite knackered. So let's attack. The attacks happen simultaneously. So let's see how much damage she does. So, pow. The witch is exhausted. Victory is near. I think the witch is pretty much down and out, to be fair. Oh, no. Oh! It goes behind the skulls into just there. Yeah, let's attack again. I should survive and the witch should be gone. The witch has been defeated. You are victorious, but only just. Good lord. Okay, you sting the body of the witch to make sure she is dead. Yes, she is dead. Yes. Beautiful. You return to the village with Timmy. Celebrations go into the night about my great quest. Hooray! So I've lost a bit of honour. What, because I killed a witch? Isn't that a good thing to do? I don't know. Okay, and I've got a base 2 and a bonus of 3. I've got a bonus of 2 for that and a bonus of 2 for that. Why have I got 5? Oh, no, because I had 3, and then I drank 2 for the for my sort of whiskey or whatever it was. Lovely. And I got 20 points with the Tricked Witch Fellowship. Because I tricked a witch? No, the Tricked Witch Fellowship were the people looking after the village, weren't they? Which is a little bit of a weird name for them because I also just stabbed a witch. Okay, fine. Let's go back to the inn. Saved missing child. Little Timmy finally recovered. The child was kidnapped by a witch as a sacrifice for a mysterious and occult ritual. The Tricked Witch Fellowship immediately understood the issue and issued a bulletin for every interested adventurer. The Fellowship will continue to research to make sure the event was limited and not the return of a coven. You didn't tell me there was a witch involved. I don't remember that being in the bulletins. You said the kid's been kidnapped. I don't remember any kind of mention of all that stuff. Okay, the only one remaining is the dragon. The second gang raiders is looking for volunteers to drive out a dragon in the swamp. Excellent wages. Chief Goldul gives you 150 gold. Okay, let's not accept that right now. What have I got currently? 3 power, 1 of them and 1 of them. 1 whatever that is, and 1 that. 1 sort of wit and cunning. I think it's power, wit and cunning. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to the armory. What can we buy? What can we buy that gives us some more oomph? What can we buy? Armour. Can we buy any more armour with 265? Hide armour rather than padded armour. Ooh, that gives us another 2 hit points. That's 200. And that would leave us with 65 left to possibly buy one of these. Or do I buy one of these? Do I buy that? Ideally, I'd want to buy the Garnet of Superiority because it gives you +1 to each of your stats. I'm tempted to buy the hide armour for an extra 2. Oh, look at that. I'm nearly at that. That's really bloody annoying. Can I sell some stuff? I had a sword at one point or a pitchfork or something. Can I sell that? Can I give it away to somebody who wants some monies? How frustrating. A quarterstaff I can use, but it only causes 1, but it does give me a point of sort of hit point thing out of it. No, I think, given that we're facing a dragon, I think possibly equipping some better armour would be useful. Let's have hide armour. Beautiful, so we can't have padded armour anymore. Oh no, we do have it, look. It's equipped. We can equip either. Okay, so the hide armour is equipped. There we go. So I've got some kind of crappy armour on. Now I might want one of these as well. What should we go for? Which one gives us a nice hit point boost? If we're fighting a dragon, I think hit points might be quite useful to have. Mountain Mead. Or... I know these, there you go. Damage reduction. That might be useful. If we're fighting a dragon, I'd rather have some actual damage reduction if a dragon's trying to kill me. Or do you go for some swamp juice? Some delicious swamp juice. Hang on. What's my current stats now? 7 hit points. Put your hat up. Oh, what? My padded armour doesn't come with a hat? Oh, dearie me. Can I not go and buy myself a hat? That would be quite nice. So, yeah, I might go for a bit of damage reduction, you know. But do I want some more power? Do I want some power? Or do I want damage reduction? Oh, it's a choice between the two. I don't know what the best one is to go for. I suspect damage reduction might be good. If we get into a fight with a bloody dragon, I suspect that's going to be quite useful. So here we go. Let's go in. Let's drink ourselves some of this. Let's have the 40. Let's have that one. No, not that one. Where is it? Mountain Mead. There we go. 1 point of damage reduction. Because it doesn't spend all our money. So when we get paid, we'll be able to buy some stuff. So yeah, it's Mountain Mead. Oh, I like mead. It sounds very lovely. My friend made me some mead. Well, he made lots of people mead. It's really nice. I love mead. Okay, the dragon. The second gang raiders are looking for volunteers to drive out a dragon in the swamp. Excellent wages. No, that's not excellent, but okay, here we go. Let's go and fight a dragon. I could, in theory, retire this guy, but I think we can fight a dragon. I think we've got enough oomph now to go and at least take on a dragon. We can always run away. We can always leg it out of there if we have to. Okay, we're in the swamp. It looks very unpleasant. There's kind of weird red tree things. There's bones in cross shapes. There's a skull on a hill. It's all not looking good. You reach the coast and embark on an orc ship. It is squared and... oh, I assume it says and has a flat bottom. This way we could head up the river. Goldul, the captain of the ship and the leader of the orcs, tells you. He is an old orc with a thick white beard and a bald head. He introduces you to the orcs. We cannot fight together if we do not even know each other, he tells you as soon as you embark. Yeah, that makes sense. The other orcs do not seem interested in your arrival. Some do not bother glancing. Goldul stops in front of a big cage full of screaming goblins, each one leaning against another. After a few swings with a club on the cage bars, the rabble gets quiet. Goblins, all they do is make noise, he says with a half smile. Okay, let's ask about... why has he got goblins in a cage? Let's ask about the goblins. He tells you the gang searching the swamp always take spare goblins with them. The lizard men are particularly gluttonous around them. Feeding the lizard men is the only alternative to fighting them. No one would miss a few goblins anyway, especially now they are all over the kingdom's hills. Oh, that's a little bit mean. So they're basically bait. Okay, I'm not going to do outrage or praise. I'm going to ask about lizard men. The leader tells you they are like orcs, but they are shaped like lizards, with mouths full of fangs, slimy and scaled skin, no brain, primitive and stinky. They have haunted the swamp for a long while, and they are a constant danger to the nearby cities. They breed incredibly fast, so quickly we cannot exterminate them. He finally says, with pride, orcs have proven their match in battle. Ooh, okay, right. Ask about the dragon. We have to blame those pointed ears from the forest. They placed some spell on the river and have woken it up. Yeah, the elves are bloody tosspots. He explained to you the woodland keepers admitted to being responsible, but rather than warning the kingdom about the appearance of dragons, they brought up the topic of local fauna growth. Ah, so it's linked to my previous quest. Okay, fine. Let's ask about the mission. The king charged Goldul and his men to drive the dragon away from the swamp, or kill it, if necessary. It is causing trouble for the nearby cities. For now, it devours the livestock, but soon it could begin eating people and destroying caravans and villages. You don't joke with dragons, the leader says, with a serious tone. That's a good point. Yes, why are they sending just one team? Surely you need an army to fight a dragon. Because when a little human sees a dragon, he runs. An orc, on the other end, fights. Yeah, alright, show off. Goldul continues his monologue about an orc's strength and courage. Blah, blah, blah. He barely hints at the Treaty of Four Races. Everybody knows the treaty allows orcs to enter the kingdom in exchange for their savagery against the swamp lizard men. The emergency of a dragon is clearly one of their duties. Okay, continue. You thank Goldul for the conversation and go below deck to set your things beside a free cot. A cot? Or a bed, maybe. You hope it is going to be a brief journey. After a couple of days, bloody hell, you reach the river's mouth and follow it for a stretch. Then you anchor the ship, and together, with Goldul and 5 orcs, you start searching the swamp. The first day passes quickly. As the sun sets, you stop in a drier clearing to arrange camp. The orc in charge of the goblin transport drops the heavy cage from his shoulders, causing the goblins to din. Get close to the cage, help the orcs and talk with them a little, or set your stuff down and prepare for night. Okay, well, let's help the orcs. Try and ingratiate myself in with them so they don't hate me quite so much. You help your party members to set up the encampment. They do not talk with you. Perhaps because you belong to a small race. They give the impression they are skilled warriors and a close team. Hunting the dragon will not be a hard thing. Okay, why have I got the option to get close to the cage? Are the goblins going to try and whisper something to me? Let's do that. The orc responsible for the cage watches you. The goblins stretch their hands out to you with a cacophony of noises. The bar seems solid, and the small door is locked by chains and a massive deadbolt. Scoff the little creatures. Okay, now in the UK, I don't know if this means something else anywhere else. Scoff is eat. If you scoff something, it means eat. I don't know what that means otherwise. Scoff, does it mean sort of criticise them? Or sort of slap them or something? If you were to scoff something, you scoff that quick, that means you've eaten it quick. I'm going to move away from the cage, simply because I don't know what that means. I don't want to eat any goblins, thank you very much. Let's move away from the cage. You return to the centre of the encampment, set my stuff down, and prepare for the night. Lovely. You settle down and prepare dinner over a bonfire. A campfire would have sufficed, but okay. Goldul talks about tomorrow's plan. You will enter the lizardman territory. Oh, good. You should be fine, thanks to the goblin prisoners. You arrange the night watch and go to sleep. When you wake the next morning, you reach for your staff and march onwards, but I have a bow. Okay. As you venture deeper into the swamp, you hear loud roars in the distance. Dragon! We're getting closer, Goldul yells. You keep walking until the leader from up front motions everyone to stop. All the orcs tense and prepare to draw their weapons. You hear a rustle between the trees and water moving around you. Then, massive scaled creatures surface from around you. Lizard men. You wait for orders. The lizard men approach silently with rough spears. Goldul does not seem worried. The leader turns around in your direction and hints at the cage. Then 2 lizard men separate from the group and take the goblins. The lizard men slowly vanish into the swamp. You resume your journey. So I imagine that's going to go against my morality, is it? Because I didn't try and save the goblins. I'd rather just do the quest. I don't really care for goblins too much. Okay, continue. Another day passes, but still you have not found the dragon's lair. You resume your march at an early hour. You must be close, judging by the destruction around you. You carry on fast until the vanguard yells you to stop. You get close and find the orcs struggling, trapped between the crushing lianas. Are they like, plants? The orc prays for you to give him a quick death. You all know that going to rescue him will be a suicide. Thus Goldul prepares to hurl a spear. I can't go and save him. Yeah, if he wants a quick death, orcs are like noble warrior races. It's fine. He doesn't want all this. Yeah, I'm going to let him throw a spear in his head. The trapped orc grunts with pain. Goldul makes a sad sign, then throws his spear into the orc's chest. One final breath and the orc warrior dies while the lianas continue crushing him. You resume your march. I think going to save him would have damaged me and stuff, and I might need every bit of energy I've got for my fight with a massive bloody dragon. After a few hours, you find fresh prints. It's the dragon. There are no doubts. You follow the tracks until arriving at the entrance of a mossy cavern. That's got to be it. Goldul encourages you to keep your eyes open. That would help in spotting a dragon. You enter carefully. You wander for a while, noticing animal remains. Then you hear the sound of bones breaking and smell meat burning. You crouch under a large rock and stick your head out. You see a big green dragon feeding itself. The leader begins coordinating an attack. Listen to the instructions or tell Goldul that a frontal attack is not a good strategy against a dragon. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. He might tell me to sod off, but hopefully he'll listen. The chief listens to you with attention. What are you planning on doing? Communicate with the dragon or wait for a better time to attack. Now communicating with a dragon sounds like a stupid idea. Can you talk to a dragon? I imagine a dragon's just going to go, I'm a dragon, I'm bigger than you, I can breathe fire out of my face, I'm going to kill you. I think we wait for a better time to attack. When it's asleep, perhaps, might be a good idea. You suggest to keep waiting. Perhaps it will fall asleep, haha, or reveal itself. You stay behind the rock for a while until you hear a deep voice. I smelled you when you entered my lair. Is it proper to enter someone's home without introducing yourself? Show yourselves. Oh dear, the dragon knows we're there. You leave your cover. The dragon looks at you up and down with interest. His gaze lingers on you. Welcome to my humble home. Who are you? What are you looking for? Okay, let's choose one of these. Confess your expedition's ends. Start negotiating with the dragon. Flatter the dragon or threaten the dragon. Okay, let's start negotiating with the dragon. You reply by saying you were sent on the king's orders. You want to find a deal to solve the problems of the nearby cities. They complain about the missing livestock and are afraid the violent episodes may escalate to include harming the villagers. I understand. You want me to go away or stay confined in the swamp. So, what do you offer in exchange? Say, if she cooperates, she can avoid the fight with you. Say the king will send an army if she will not cooperate. Promise huge riches for her cooperation. Say, the king will consider an offering if she decides to cooperate. Oh, dearie me, I don't know what to do here. The king will consider an offering. I don't think that's the best course of action. Because... an offering of what? Food? Gold? What? Promise huge riches is stupid because that's a lie. Say the king will send an army if she will not cooperate. That's possible. Or say if she cooperates she can avoid the fight. I think this. Basically say, look, we're here. We're a little scouting party. We've come to find you and warn you. If you don't stop it, there'll be a massive bloody army and they'll probably kill you. Let's go for that. Let's sort of try and threaten her, but not us. We're not threatening her. We're threatening her with a sort of third party, if you like. Until the dragon that not facing a whole army is a great offer, but the dragon thinks differently. Is that so? Then I'd better decimate his troops. The dragon turns and lashes at you with his tail. I thought it was a her a minute ago. You avoid the blow, but the large rock behind you is smashed to pieces. The orcs begin fighting by hurling javelins against the dragon. Okay, do I hide or do I fight? Part of me just thinks, hide. Let the orcs do what they need to do and then we can negotiate afterwards. But part of me says, I geared myself up for a fight. Got damage reduction. Got lots of hit points. Let's fight. This might be the end of you, Billy Cupboard. This might be the end of you, but you're going out on a high. You're going out with glory. Let's fight with some orcs. Here we go. You fight valiantly and tenaciously until you tire the dragon out. The beast is obliged to leave its nest and fly off to recover. You see it flying rapidly away in the clouds. Great job, pals, Goldul yells. We hope it learned its lesson. You heal your wounds before heading home. Okay, is that it? Oh my god, we succeeded. The dragon won't be a bother anymore and will remember you for a while. Oh, beautiful. So we got 2 points with the stone cutters. Oh, I don't know who they are. 21 extra points with Clan Bloody Sail, who are the orcs sort of sailor dudes. And 3 renown and 3 fame. And 150 gold. Yes! Oh my god, we took on a dragon and we didn't die. That's rather good. Excellent expedition of the Bloody Sail clan. Today we celebrate the great victory of brave warrior orcs and the adventurer who accompanied them. Hello! They answered the king's call and embarked to the swamp in order to face no less than a dragon. Thanks to their courage and preparation, they managed to tame the beast and provide peace and security to the nearby cities. Praise these brave people. Yes, praise me. Continuing to praise, please. Right, a new quest has appeared. A fallen brother. My shield brother companion fell in battle. I need help retrieving his body to take it back to the fortress. Lydia, shield sister. 300 gold reward. Okay, that's very exciting. We have... we're 5 short of buying a bloody magic ring. Oh, bobbins. Okay, I think that went very well. What we're going to do, we're going to stop there. We're going to stop there because this seems like a very, very good place to stop. We're not going to retire Billy Cupboard. So here we go. When you retire adventure, the game confirms the races and backgrounds unlocked for those currently in the stash. You'll be able to choose among those confirmed unlocks in your next playthroughs. Also, you'll be able to send your adventure to the online leaderboard. Now, I've only done 8 quests. The only thing I've unlocked, really, is the fact that he can be a hunter or a cleric. And that's it. I've not unlocked anything else. So, I'm tempted to keep going with him. We're going to keep going with old Billy Cupboard. Still avenging the death of Johnny. Still hurting that Johnny died kind of so pathetically, so crappily. But yeah, Billy Cupboard is doing well. So next time, we'll come back. We're not going to spend any money. We shall go straight into doing this. A fallen brother. We'll go and help Lydia. Is that a reference to Skyrim? Possibly? Maybe that's a nice Skyrim reference dropped in there. I'm not entirely sure if it's Skyrim based or if it's just coincidental. I don't know, but you get Lydia as a companion, I believe, in Skyrim. So yeah, we'll come back. We'll do that. Not spend any money. And then, yes, we'll see what quest comes after that and if we unlock anything. So, yeah, if we get some points with them, which colour, what's their thing? Red, pointy thingies. Those guys, 31. Oh, okay. Well, it might help us. We might go up a bit. We might become sort of in their good books a tiny bit, possibly. I don't know. We shall have to wait and see. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. They've ripped my arms off, ripped my legs off. I mean, you know, unfortunately they didn't rip anything else off. Yes, I'm off my face on mushrooms. Why, Lady Charlotte, I would certainly love to taste your cake. The King of the West is an idiot. I am off my face on mushrooms. I mean, asking me questions isn't going to be my strong point at the minute.